Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh video. And as you can tell by the title, we have a bit of a mashup video discussion today for you guys. Joey Wheeler and Mai Valentine are back in media, kind of. A really amazing opportunity for the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh, Kazuki Takahashi. It's an opportunity that I'm sure he has probably dreamed of doing for such a long time. Kazuki Takahashi, again, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh, has cited Western comics as a very big source of inspiration for him, and he finally gets to draw. He has the opportunity to draw a manga short about Iron Man and Spider-Man's trip to Japan. Two Marvel superheroes, two of the most, especially in the last few years, two of the most iconic Marvel superheroes, just superheroes in general, in the entire world. And Kazuki Takahashi is drawing a two-part manga short called Secret Reverse. The first part is released September 4th, and the second part is released November 27th. I do not believe there have been official translations. I don't know if there will be translations in regards to these shorts. I would love to read them, so hopefully they do get translated at some point. But we have a lot of really cool references in this. First of all, I imagine the main villain, someone Spider-Man goes toe-to-toe with, is called Deathall, and as you can tell, he has Yu-Gi-Oh cards on the side of his belts, and he ends up transforming into this beast called Deathall Metal Eyes, which is maybe not a direct reference to Blue Eyes. I mean, this thing only has two heads. If it had three heads, then I'd say it was definitely resembling Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, but that is an awesome, awesome little reference there that Takahashi put in. But probably my favorite reference is very early on in this chapter, and again, I will link the chapter down below, although it is in Japanese. I do not know if there is a translated version out there. Very early in this entry, in this manga short, we see Tony Stark changing into his Iron Man suit right outside a Japan game show shop, and this area reminds me a little bit of Battle City, where Yugi took on the Exodia Rare Hunter. I'm not sure if that's kind of the vibe that Takahashi was going for here, but if we look at one of the panels on the bottom left, we see, in the bottom left of the bottom left panel, we see two characters that look pretty familiar, and that's because Joey Wheeler and Mai Valentine are in the presence of the one, the only Iron Man. Now, we never see the faces of either of these characters, but on the very next page, we see a bit more of a close-up. There's more of a crowd that has gathered around Iron Man, as you would imagine that would happen wherever Iron Man goes, because he's such a famous and well-revered superhero. Joey Wheeler gets a little closer, and while we don't know exactly, at least I don't know what he's saying, since unfortunately I do not read kanji, Joey Wheeler seems to be marveling at Iron Man, and Mai Valentine, of course, is out of the shot at this point, but it is just such a really cool reference, and the art and the style looks amazing. I've always loved Kazuki Takahashi's work, and maybe, just maybe, he's warming up that pen for Yu-Gi-Oh! 7, fingers crossed. I'm kidding, I don't actually think that he will be back on Yu-Gi-Oh! 7, even though it would be amazing. But yeah, besides the Yu-Gi-Oh! Reference in terms of the cards being used by seemingly the supervillain, Joey Wheeler and Mai Valentine do get to meet, to some degree, Iron Man in this short. So I think this is actually really cool. I remember Kazuki Takahashi and the creator of Hellboy did like an art exchange a few years ago, and he has always cited Western comics as a big source of inspiration for him. So it is awesome that he's able to work on something like this, because I'm sure it means so much to him. And yeah, he's a great guy, so I think it's really awesome. It's an awesome opportunity, and the Easter egg like this was really cool. Be sure to read this chapter if it does get translated, or maybe you can read Japanese, or maybe you just want to look at the art, because I did that, and honestly, I enjoyed it very, very much. So, short little video here. I mean, there's nothing really to go into. I just think it's a really, really cool thing that he did by not only getting the opportunity to, of course, draw an Iron Man and Spider-Man manga short, but to include Yu-Gi-Oh! References in the Marvel universe that he's creating is really, really cool. I mean, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Marvel crossover. Never thought that it would ever happen, and this is obviously the closest that we are going to get to it, which is just amazing. But yeah, just a really fun and cool kind of fanboy video that I just wanted to make for you all today. A special thank you to my Platinum tier patrons: Alexa Baker, Glen McGookin, Jorge Carrillo, James Rose, Samuel Stark, Thomas Adderley, Horace Maye, Goosey Q, Vincent Van Der Veen, Jordan Osceola, Smith620, Galladiator, FrostReaper, Jorge Leon, and Blue Maiden 28. And to my Diamond tier patrons, Jesse Wood, Melinda Phantom, and Ben Hartz. And to my Egyptian God tier patrons, Syn Cloud and Joss Rivers. Thank you to everyone who is a patron, who is a YouTube channel member. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. If this ever does get translated, maybe I will do a bit of a review on it, like a typical review. But regardless, I will definitely be reading part 2, and hopefully there are some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Easter eggs in Kazuki Takahashi's interpretation of Spider-Man and Iron Man. Thank you all so much for watching. I will talk to you all down below, and I hope you have an amazing day.